Are you guys celebrating the closing of a YouTuber you hate? Account? I'm a little stuck here. Excuse me. Are you guys celebrating the closing of the user you hate who closed his account? If you are, why are you doing that? You know it's not polite to celebrate the closing of a YouTuber you hate closing his or her account. When I was on YouTube back in 2014 to 2017, and when I was called out for betraying and attacking innocent users and falsely accusing them of doing something that they didn't do, and when I closed my first account back in late January of 2017, all my haters all my haters were like so relieved, you know. Of course, you know. I keep short pausing. I'm sorry if I keep short pausing, guys, but everybody short pauses every once in a while. I mean, it's good to take a short pause. But anyway, all my haters celebrated the closing of my account. And I was like saying to myself, of not out loud, just because that user hated me, it doesn't give them the right to celebrate me closing my account. You know? And if my haters are watching this, they're probably saying, that's because you don't give an expletive about it. This is why I still hate you, bro. Because I still remember you from when you were attacking innocent users and betraying them and falsely accusing them of doing something that they didn't even do. And also, I still know that you're still playing the victim here. I don't care. I don't care if you're trying to hide your actions. And but anyway, forget about what my haters are thinking. You know, let's get back to the real topic here. I'm sorry if I keep going off topic, but I'm just like giving like a little example or something. Anyway, so once again, guys, if you're celebrating the user you hate closing their account, or if they got terminated or suspended, it it you need to stop doing that because it's wrong. Just because there might be some users that I don't like online on YouTube and other social media platforms, even though I don't have any other social media, um, you know. But anyway, that doesn't really matter. What matters is, even if that user I hate closed his account, or if he got terminated, or if he got suspended on YouTube, it doesn't. You don't see me celebrating. You don't see me celebrating his closure, termination, or suspension. I mean, there was once this YouTuber online whose name was Jmart, and there were lots and a lot of YouTubers out there were celebrating his termination. And I did not celebrate his termination. No. I I told the user in the comments that I was worried that he might come back again. You know? Of course you know. I mean, seriously, guys, why are you celebrating the closure, termination, or suspension of a YouTuber you hate? I mean, the parents of the YouTuber that you hate might be disappointed in you. And I don't know if they have a YouTube account or not, but if they do, they might say to you, hey, this is the mother or father or any other family member or relative of the user you hate. And I saw your video about you celebrating his closure, termination, or suspension. You need you you ought to be ashamed of yourself, man or woman, sir or ma'am, however you want to address them. You should be ashamed of yourself celebrating the closure or termination or suspension of someone you hate on YouTube is not a good idea. It's not the right thing to do, you know? Just because you hate that user and it does and if that user closed his account or if he got terminated or suspended, it doesn't give you the right to like celebrate. Now, how would you like it if you closed your account and somebody you hated, I mean, and if someone hated you for whatever reason and you closed your account, or if you got terminated or suspended or whatever else the case may be, well, how would you like it if they celebrated it, huh? Why would you do something that somebody, I mean, why would you hate? What I'm trying to say is like, why would you celebrate the closure or suspension or termination of a user you hate? He might be going through a lot or something else, whatever the case may be. So you shouldn't be doing that. You should be ashamed of yourself. You need to give my son or daughter some time to improve himself. I don't care if he's playing the victim or not. You need to apologize to him if he ever comes back on YouTube because because you know, it's not good. So so when my son or daughter comes back on YouTube, you owe him or her an apology for celebrating his closure, termination, or suspension on YouTube because you wouldn't like it if somebody or well, you wouldn't like it if someone who hated you celebrated your closure, termination, or suspension. It just wouldn't make sense, you know. Oh, of course, you know. So once again, you ought to be ashamed of yourself for doing something like that. So yeah. So long story short, guys, if you're celebrating the closure or termination or suspension of a user you hate, please stop doing that because it's not polite to celebrate someone you hate closing their account or if they got their account terminated or suspended. I yes, I know you hate that user and you can hate that user all you want, but it still does not give you the right to celebrate his closure, termination or suspension. You wouldn't like it if I celebrated your closure, suspension, or termination, whether if I like you or not. Well, I mostly like. There's nobody that I really hate on YouTube, but even if I started to hate you, you wouldn't see me celebrating eh, that user closing his or her account, or if the account got terminated or suspended. So once again, guys, if you're celebrating the closure, termination, or suspension of a YouTuber you hate, or YouTube user, or whatever he is please, please, I'm asking you this very nicely. Please do not celebrate his closure, termination, or suspension because it's wrong to do something like that. And you have to understand that. And you also have to understand me, even if you disagree with me. Alright, guys, so that's all I have to say for now. This is SKNY1996 signing off. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment.